Okay, here we go. We have a new abyss. I am honestly kind of like, okay, it's probably gonna be easy, but also, could they surprise us with some difficulty? Let's see. So, electro charge and lunar charge increased. I wonder which. I don't use buffs normally, but I feel like if I used buffs, this would look very. Oh yeah. Oh. Oh, he's in Abyss. Look, he's in Abyss. Oh, all right. Okay, chat. Guess what? That's just now the way that Genshin's gonna be. You can say whatever you want, but you know they just put the cactus boss in Abyss. Now you need electro charge damage to deal with him in the first place. So yeah, either that or just massive Hydra damage. So I mean, I'm not gonna go ahead and try to use Melt Mavwika on the first half. So we are gonna go ahead and use the buffs this time. So it's just gonna be a cakewalk. There's no conceivable way. I did just use this team. This is very weird. Like, if you, like, look at this, this was my team that I used. It wasn't bad whatsoever. It worked very, very well. But it's a weird team, right? Because just putting Shieldon in at the second to last slot feels so weird. And then also putting Fiorina at the, second to first slot, I guess. It just is very weird. But I guess we won't be actually using Shield in there, so we will be using Kazuha instead. But the reason why I'm using Anefa as the first character is because Anefa here is just very easy. Should I do it? Should I just do it and like prove? Well, it wouldn't be proving anything really. I think we're just gonna do this. Yeah. So Anefa here, she's gonna start off like, oh no, you're doing nothing, and then as soon as you press Fiorina's E skill, it's game time. We're ready to cook. And then, yeah. Oh, this is 12 enemies. Yeah, bro. I used this against floor 11, bro. It was too much. It was too much. All right. I will say these guys actually have HP, which is crazy because you just don't think about that. Yeah. Let's go ahead. This guy's gonna. Okay. Yep. There's the thing. All right. Let's go ahead. We do want to get rid of this as fast as possible. All right, okay, so now we have this, and we see a little less than what we would like, but we have one more enemy for this to be a minute clear time, and yeah, I don't really think that's gonna be a logical thing that we see here. Yeah, we'll do this, grab some lunar charge damage, and we're done. Yeah, less than a minute clear time, I'm pretty sure, and yeah, it was about 40 or 50 something seconds. All right, so we're gonna do this. I'm gonna skip out on Sea Lolly because I could have used Sea Lolly's E skill, but that wouldn't have done really much other than giving us damage bonus. So quickly getting rid of this. Yeah, you could tell though that this is clearly made for someone like let me grab that. Come on, energy. Yes. Okay. And boom. There we go. And boom, 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 boom. Yeah, out of here. Yeah, there's not even a chance. All right. Well, don't really see much of a difficulty so far. I mean, my Mavwika's doing 2 million damage. It wouldn't be much of a difficulty anyways. But hey, let's go ahead get started on this. And again, 12 enemies. They really want you to use Anefa here, which I mean, it makes sense, but at the same time, this doesn't feel like the new character, if I'm being entirely honest. The damage bonus that we're getting to Electro Charge just doesn't feel like it. We'll get to it when we go to the Cactus boss, but it really don't feel like, oh, the new character's damage, like this doesn't feel like the new character who is buffed, right? This feels sort of like a normal Abyss run, right? Could be because I'm not using Shieldon in here, right? Shieldon is, very good for multi-wave content, which is what this is, right? Shieldon allowing you to constantly have the res reduction up no matter what enemy you start fighting. It's very good, right? It is a little weird. It's a little weird, but let's go ahead and let's get this started. Let's start this. Yeah, there we go. There. So now we'll get all of our energy back. Thank you very much. That's what I was trying to do. And no, we're not gonna finish. Okay, that was a foolish idea to think I was gonna finish that. Yeah. All right. Now we should. It's a little bit of a wasteful thing, I feel like, with this. I do think that was pretty wasteful. However, I do think we are also close. There we go. All right, not bad. Not a bad run with Mavwika again. Yeah, you can tell that I feel like they definitely look at C2 Archon, Mavwika, and they're like, okay, what is she sort of doing? Because I feel like a lot of times there are a lot of scenarios where I'm one rotating things that just wouldn't be one rotated without C2 Mevwika, right? So if I wasn't using C2 Mevwika, it just no rotations. Yeah, this guy feels so small. Like for him to be like a boss here, he's so small. All right, let's grab this. Oh, so the element actually isn't. All right, so which one did he become? All right, there, he became this one. All right. Shouldn't be too hard to get this guy out of here. Okay, let's go ahead there. Taking a lot of damage. Let's pop all the stuff again. Yep. Okay. Yeah, this guy's not surviving. Yeah, so 70,000 from Mr. Nevi here. I did waste some of my balls because of just my lack of charge attack when I needed to do it. But we're fine. 40 seconds, whatever. It's really not that bad. And we have this boss now, who I believe we can go ahead and hit pretty hard there. And then we have that. Oh, okay. And then of course we won't crit. So let's go here. All right, boom, and boom. All right, we did it. Yeah, all right. Not bad whatsoever. That was a really easy abyss. Obviously, I'm using probably the best teams for it. But again, when we go into Stygian, and it's like you can use the best teams, and you could still not beat it sometimes. Like, maybe not beat it on, you wouldn't be able to beat it on Fearless, but if you go into Dire, you can use the best teams and absolutely not beat it sometimes. So, yeah, overall, easily, just a super easy abyss. But I will say, I mean, chat, we're seeing the same things that are happening in Stygian. I mean, we just saw, I think that may be, I haven't looked into it too much, but from what I remember, that is the first local legend that we've seen that is just in Abyss. We normally do not see local legends in Abyss. We just don't. So it's very interesting to see the Cactus Man in Abyss. I mean, it's very much so like, maybe they saw that, you know, hey, the local legends worked out. Because what was the last local legend? Maybe they're changing their design philosophy, right? Let's say view battle records. Yeah, maybe they're changing their design philosophy because right now we have 2 local legends in Stygian right now. And I mean, we just saw, I think, what I think is the first, you know, local legend we've seen in this thing. Because, I mean, the other ones are just treasure hoarders, so it makes sense. But they've actually gone ahead and given special designs to these local legends now. So I think they're probably trying to make them like an actual boss from now on. And the local legends, to be fair, have better boss mechanics than the actual like world bosses. And the reason for that being is because the world bosses are meant to be challenged repeatedly over and over so you can farm for your characters. So they don't want to make them too difficult. Whereas, whereas the local legends, they absolutely are just like, all right, this is supposed to be the challenge, take it. That's the way that they see it. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.